Tell me why I've been filming for 20 minutes with the small sticker still on my shirt. This is what I get. This is what I get for going shopping. Welcome back everyone. Today's video is just gonna be a good old review video. I feel like I've had several products recently that I've been trying out. I picked up a few new things from Sephora. I've been testing them out really consistently and I want to give you my thoughts on them. So I will link everything that I am chatting about down below. They will also be linked in the YouTube shopping tab because you can shop from everywhere now. I did just finish filming a get ready with me. I did have my hair rollers in once again, so I feel like my hair is like fresh out of the rollers. Quite bouncy. Honestly, can't stop staring at it. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done just like a review video, but I'm excited for it. One thing I wanted to mention, I was going back and forth if I wanted to do a review video or a favorites video. If you want to see a like recent favorites video, let me know, but I still wanted to review a handful of these products and not everything is a favorite. But I did want to just give a shout out to my hair rollers. I've done a couple get ready with me videos now with them in, but I just got these Velcro hair rollers off of Amazon when I was trying to learn how to do my own hair. I took my extensions out a few months ago and I've just been trying to, you know, not use as much heat on my hair and all those things. So I got the rollers to help me in my healing hair process, and these have really been a game changer. It took me a little bit to figure out how to use them, and I watched a lot of videos of like best tips and all of that. Do you want me to make one? You want me to make a best tips video? Because I can. But these are the rollers that I use and I think that they're fantastic. One tip I'll definitely say is I like to leave them in for a while. 5 hours was a little aggressive when I did the last get ready with me and I kept them in for 5 hours, but like 2 hours minimum. So like I need to like make sure, like I was gonna go for a walk and I was like, well wait, I can't go for a walk with my rollers in my hair, so I had to adjust when I was gonna shower and wash my hair. So I don't know, that's one thing that I'll say, but I've been really loving them. They were affordable and they've been pretty simple for me to get the hang of. So wanted to shout those out in case I don't do a favorites video in like a minute. Like everything in here is at least fine. You know, when I would do my makeup monthly like wrap up review videos, I would do like fails, favorites, and then products that were like just okay. So I feel like everything in here, if it's not a favorite, then it's like a fine. There's not really like a big fail in here, but I'll do some fine products. One being, I picked this up during the Sephora sale. This is the Glossier Coconut Balm.com. So I wanted to grab this because it has been reformulated, and I was hearing a lot of people say didn't think it was the same as before, and some people saying they didn't love it as much as before. And this used to be one of my favorite lip balms, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. I've been on quite a lip balm kick recently. There's a lot of lip products in this video. I wanted to try this one out, and I will say it is different, and that's what I expected. That going into it was so many people saying it's not the same. I expected it to be different, but I don't mind it. I don't love it as much as the other one. It hasn't been one of those products that I find myself like keep going back for, but I still like it. I feel like the other one was just like, it was a touch, I don't know if I want to say thicker or just more moisturizing, but it felt more of like almost like a mask on my lips, whereas this one feels like a lip balm. I mean, it feels nice and it makes my lips feel nice. I like the scent of it, but it's not the same, and it doesn't give me that same like as before. Like I was talking everyone into buying this, like all my girlfriends in real life. It'd be funny because we would go out somewhere and we would all pull out the coconutbalm.com and I would be like, yeah. I also just realized I was filming the whole first half of that video with the little like small sticker still on my shirt because I just bought this. That's nice. Anyways, let's keep going with the reviews. So I actually have a handful of eyeshadow palettes in here that I wanted to love, especially one of them. Like I really wanted to love these. I just like don't as much. So one of them actually is, I picked this up from Sephora in the sale. This is the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. Now I like these. Like I want to say the next two palettes I'm going to talk about, like I like them and I like the formula. I just didn't like them as much as I thought that I was going to, and they're both more expensive palettes. So here we have the Pretty Grunge. I do like the Huda Beauty formula. I really like the Empowered palette. I grabbed this one when I was in Austin. Angie and I got them at the same time, and I like that we have the neutrals. I like that we have the cool tones. It's just, for whatever reason, I feel like when I do looks with this palette, and again, I'm not a makeup artist, I'm not like the most skilled or anything like that, but I just feel like things be like blending together in weird way. Like I just, I feel like every time I do a makeup look with this palette, it doesn't turn out looking like how I thought it was gonna turn out. And sometimes that's just me doing my makeup in general, but I don't know if I want to say the shadows just come across like a little muddy to me or something. I mean, I still get really pretty looks out of it, and I do really like, I like the shimmer formula a lot. To me, it's just like something with the mattes. Something is like going wrong when I use this palette. So I kind of feel like I have to be very careful and very like cognizant of the brushes I'm using, which, I mean, that's just like a makeup thing as well. Like sometimes you need to know your makeup to know like what tools to use and all of that. There's something about it that's I'm not able to say that it's a favorite, and I would still prefer the Empowered palette. That's what I would say about the Pretty Grunge. And then also the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. So I purchased this one as well. I was super excited for it. I like a good kind of like grayscale black and white palette. It's not like what I have the most of in my collection by any means, but like something a little fun and different. I'm like, sure, why not? Again, there's too much white in here. Like there's too much white. I like the looks that I've done with it though, and I get a lot of compliments on the look that I do. I feel like especially right now, it's kind of like that frosty winter wonderland type of vibes, as I'm wearing gold today. But this is like great if I was going to like a holiday party, the New Year's party, I don't know, things like that. This would be a good one to grab. It's just, again, not my absolute favorite. Too many shades that are too similar to one another. Still really enjoy the formula. I like the like sparkly like shadow toppers and all of that, but I've definitely been reaching more into the I Need a Nude. I basically wore the I Need a Nude palette all this past weekend, and I love that palette so much. So that is one that I would definitely recommend over that one. There is a blush that I've been trying out from Colourpop. It's the blush that I'm wearing today, and I do think that it's very pretty. This is in Good Energy, so this was a part of the like 11/11 collection. I do have a try to get ready with me. I was talking about the Colourpop Black Friday because they are 30% off right now, and then every day is like a different deal. So I used the Good Energy blush in here, and then I think I filmed that on like like a Wednesday, and then I got the call to have like a staycation at the Bellagio. I left immediately after filming, and I was like, I'm just gonna bring this Good Energy blush because I thought it looked really pretty. And then again, I've worn it the entire weekend. So I do like the Colourpop powder blushes, and they are a really nice price. Again, they're 30% off right now. But Good Energy, I like that it's just neutral. Like it just gives a nice like little flush to the cheeks without being too much. A lot of times I go for my Dior Rosy Glow, and that one is a more intense blush on the cheeks, so I've been liking switching it up to something a little bit more neutral. Right, another one from Colourpop, I've been trying out their 11/11 palette, like I mentioned. So again, this is the one that the palette that I use in my Try to Get Ready With Me. This is really pretty. So I'm definitely more of a neutral lover, and I do like a little bit smaller palettes as well, so I feel like this one was perfect. I'm on Colourpop's PR list, so I get a lot of PR from them, and I can't keep everything, but this was one palette that I just wanted to keep around, and I finally used it, and I thought it was so beautiful. This Balance shade is such a pretty pink on the eyes. I also really love Total Angel. I've used that on the eyes, inner corner, brow bone highlight. I've used some of these darker browns for liners and some of the neutral shades in my crease. There's also a really beautiful mauve here. I really like the formula of this one, and I also just really love the neutral shades. Again, this is what I took on my staycation to the Bellagio, and I wore it all throughout the rest of the week, and then I switched over to the I Need a Nude palette for the weekend. But this was like my during the week palette, and then the I Need a Nude was like my night out palettes, if you will, because we had F1 last weekend. But this was my daytime palette, and I just think it's beautiful if you're looking for a good neutral palette, or if you're perusing the Colourpop website, especially with their Black Friday. This is definitely a palette that I would recommend. All right, we also have from Huda Beauty, this is the Easy Bake and Snatch powder. So I was just curious to pick this up because a lot of people really love the loose powder, and I'm more of a pressed powder girl. So I got this during the Sephora sale, and I have been using it so much. I use it every single day on my under eyes. Honestly, since I got this one, I've pretty much stopped using my Charlotte Tilbury. Not that I think this one is better than the Charlotte Tilbury by any means, but my Charlotte Tilbury is almost gone. It's like just right around the outer edges. So I keep having to like take my little triangle powder puff and like really around the edges. So once I started trying the Huda Beauty and I realized how much I liked it, I was like, okay, we can give Charlotte a little bit of a rest. But I like this one because it's brightening, yet it's also, to me, I feel like it's mattifying on the under eyes, yet brightening at the same time. I've heard people describe this as like a glowy powder, and I get what they're saying. To me, it still comes across matte, just brightening. That's how I would describe it. I got the shade Pound Cake, but I like it because it's very smooth. It never looks too cakey on my under eyes. It never feels too heavy. It's not as light as the Charlotte Tilbury. That is still the lightest, most finely milled powder that I've put on my under eyes, and still my favorite powder for the under eyes. But this is a great one as well. And you know, it's a little bit higher up there in price. I was like, I'm gonna be using this one. So I'm very impressed with that powder, and I will continue to use it. A couple more lip products that I have been really enjoying. One is from Summer Fridays, and this is the Lip Butter Balm. So now we're kind of moving over into my favorites. Yes, I'd say we are moving into the favorites. So the Lip Butter Balm from Summer Fridays, I got the one in Brown Sugar. I've just been hearing so many people talk about this lip balm. I see it all over the place, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it out. I've used it in a Get Ready With Me as well, and it is very beautiful. I like the Brown Sugar shade because it is a little bit darker, so I do appreciate that. But it's very comfortable. It's not sticky. It's more smooth on the lips. And I think paired with like a little bit of a darker lip liner, you know, Beeper from Colourpop, which is what I'm wearing today, even like Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury, I find this to be such a good addition to my lip combos. I'm always on the hunt for a good lip combo. And the Summer Fridays lip balm, this has been a really nice option. And yeah, I like that it's a little bit darker for fall, but not like too dark, and not like a lipstick dark, you know? Like having it be the balm is just like... And then we have a lip oil. I've talked about this in a few of my videos, but this one from Fenty Beauty, I like this lip oil so much. This one is in Cherry Treat and says it's their conditioning lip oil. So this is pretty clear. You get like maybe like a hint of, you know, something like juicy pink on the lips, if you will. But again, if you pair it with a nice lip liner, this is great with the like Natasha Denona My Dream lip liner. And well, it's a Natasha Denona My Dream in Natasha. It's very confusing, but it's a nice one for that. Even like the Charlotte Tilbury Love Trap, something like that. Natasha Denona Noah is another nice one, but this just makes the lips look fuller and plumper. There's no tingling effect with this though, and I don't even know if it actually even has claims that it makes like the lips like fuller or anything like that, but when I put it on, it just gives you those juicy lips, and I'm like, I'm into it. I'm wearing my Sigma Beauty lip oil today in tint. It is still my favorite, but this one from Fenty is like running up in there. So definitely wanted to mention that as a favorite. I do have a mascara that I have been quite enjoying, and this is from Benefit. This is their Fan Fest mascara. It is what I have on my lashes today. I like this because it really does a good job lengthening and almost giving like this doll-like look to the lashes. It gives a nice curl to them as well. I wouldn't say that it's like completely transfer proof, but it's like if I wear it for 8 hours, then I can notice like a spot on my under eyes, and I'm good with like I'm okay with 8 hours, like as long as it's not transferring within like the first hour or something like that. So I got a little mini and like a set, but I do think I also got a full size from Benefit in a PR package. So I'm very excited about that because this is a really nice mascara. I love testing out mascaras because I don't wear false lashes very often. This is definitely one that I would recommend. So next up I have a mascara. Again, like everyone loves this mascara. Why does this happen to me so much? I feel like everyone talks about this mascara. It's been going viral in so many places, and I just don't get it. This is from Tower 28. It's I think it's the Making Waves mascara, and it's fine. Again, it's not like it's like a bad product. Like I can still wear it and it's fine. I guess I'm pretty sure I tried this mascara when it first released, and then with it getting all of like the attention and the hype, they sent it out again in a PR package, and I was like, I'm gonna try it again. Like maybe I did it wrong the first time. And like I like that the wand is thin. It's really easy to get it under the lashes, but it just doesn't do anything like that spectacular for my lashes. I'm also someone that doesn't have spectacular lashes to begin with. So like sometimes when I see people do mascara reviews, it's pretty clear that they have nice lashes, and then they put a mascara on and it looks even nicer, and people are like, drop the lash routine. And it's like, well, it's like you already have really nice lashes. You know, it's like people with like perfect skin and they put a foundation on, and people are like, what is that foundation? It's like, you already have perfect skin. Like, what's going on? So I don't know, for someone who has like good old regular lashes, it just didn't do that much for me. Again, I don't mind it, and I can like, I'll wear it, but it's one of those like I would wear it if I'm just like throwing some makeup on, like if I don't have anywhere to be, or like, you know, things like that. Like sure, I'll put it on. So again, it was just like a fine product to me. And then another one, let's see, I have a concealer. This one is from Haus Labs. Okay, I like this concealer, but especially because I have another concealer that is like I really, really like that concealer. I decided to put this one more, again, like kind of in the fine category. So I got the shade Light Medium Peach for this one, and I like it. Like the last time I used it in a Get Ready With Me, I was kind of saying like, oh yeah, you know, I like it. And then I put it on and I was like, wait, no, it does look really nice. And it does. I just don't get like this pull to use it because I just feel like I have other concealers that are better. You know, like that's what I would say. This is a good concealer. It performs well. It blends well. It gives a nice like medium coverage on the under eyes. It doesn't look too heavy or cakey. There's just concealers that I find to be even better. And again, I'm going to mention one in this video, but I don't think that it's a bad concealer. And once again, like I will continue to use it. It's just not one of those that I reach for super consistently. I reach for my Natasha, I reach for my LYS, I reach for my Sigma color corrector, and then the one that I will be showing you very soon. But it's like, it's pretty good. I had one more that I missed for the fine category because it's so small. Totally missed it on my desk, but this is from LYS and this is their Secure Brow Pencil. Used this in a recent Get Ready With Me as well. To me, it's just a little bit too small. Like it just takes me a little bit too much time to do my brows. So I like it. Like it has the spoolie on the other side. I got a lot of compliments on my brows when I used it, but I just personally didn't love it because I felt like it was taking me too much time. And then in that Get Ready With Me, I even said that I felt like my brows looked undone. Like I felt like it looked like I was missing a step and it was my brows that were bothering me. I did use the shade Taupe. I also feel like maybe it's like a touch too light for me. And sometimes I feel like that can make it a little bit harder to make it look like my brows are filled in. So maybe if I had the next darker shade, I would think differently, but also again, just because it's so small, it's really hard for me to like take so much time to fill my brows in. So that was one that was like just okay for me as well. And then I did want to mention a skincare product because I've been using this really consistently, and sometimes I can kind of fall off with consistency when it comes to certain skincare products, but I've been like really trying hard on this one, and I feel like my skin has been looking so nice. I said in one of my Get Ready With Me's the other day, I was like, my skin is skinning. I was about to get my period and I had like, you know, usually you can kind of get some skin issues at that time. Nope. I was like, okay, I'm not mad. So this is from SkinFix and this is under their Acne Plus line. It's their Adaptonoid Gel for acne prone skin. So let me read it to you. So this retails for $48. It is also available at Sephora. It says, experience the first ever Adaptonoid Retinoid for acne-prone skin, proven to reduce blemishes while restoring skin barrier health. So this has adaptonoid at 0.16%, a brand new ingredient. It's a powerful retinoid to help reduce blemishes. There's niacinamide at 2%, and I do really enjoy niacinamide. This is a potent antioxidant that absorbs oil and visibly reduces redness. And then Hydra Smooth to help reduce discomfort, visible redness, and boost hydration. So again, because it does have the retinoid in it, I started pretty slow and kind of built my way up, but now I'm using it every other night, every 2 nights or so, and I've been super consistent with it. I took this to Austin with me. I was very proud of myself, and I was consistent in using it in Austin, which was also good. I went to Austin for a week, so I wanted to make sure that I brought this with me, and I've been keeping up with it at night. I've been throwing it in my bag when I've done all of my staycations around Vegas this last month. And I don't know, I haven't really changed much else in my skincare routine. I also really haven't been like eating super clean these days. You know, life took a turn when your dog dies and you get really sad and you just kind of decide you can eat whatever you want to eat. I've also been walking to Starbucks every single day because it's like a 5-mile walk. So I've been having more refined sugar than I would like to, but my skin is like hanging in there. So I don't know, pretty happy about it. And this is something that I've added in. So I will link that from SkinFix down below, but I've been very pleased with how my skin has been looking. And then we just have a few products left. So let me make sure I'm saying that correctly. Do a quick scan. An eyeshadow palette I've really been enjoying, and this is what I have on my eyes today. This is from Sigma Beauty. It's their Beauty and the Beast. So I think I might actually have 2 Get Ready With Me's on this channel, and then I also did one for Instagram. And I've just been really enjoying this. Sigma Beauty has one of my favorite formulas, so really liking that. I love the Beauty and the Beast with like, I mean, I had to use the shade Bookworm. I feel like it's one of my most used shades. I love that. Be Our Guest is beautiful. I used Little Town today. I have more pinks and purples and this really beautiful, like, kind of almost like coppery pink shade over here in Rose Petal. Belle is beautiful. I mean, I love the layout. I love the color scheme in here. I love the Sigma formula. This has been one, like, I don't always like lose my mind for collabs. You know, I know like Sigma's done like the Alice in Wonderland and the Cinderella, but I mean, It could just be the whole Beauty and the Beast and how much I love Belle and all the things. But this palette, really been enjoying. I mean, the Sigma formula, you just like can't go wrong with, in my opinion. Sigma is also having, what, 50% off their website. So it's 40% off. And if you stack my affiliate code Samantha, it will get you 50% off. So that's pretty epic. And then the last two products, these are complexion products, and I've been enjoying them so much. I'm wearing both of them today. One is the Tower 28 concealer. Okay, so I use the shade IE. This concealer is so nice. It reminds me of the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer. It took me a few uses to figure out that. I was like, what is this one making me think of? It's the Natasha Denona High Glam. It's very smooth. You need a very small amount of product, super easy to blend out. It just looks natural. It kind of gives you a more, again, like brightening or glowy effect to the skin. It is stunning. I have been so happy with this concealer. This is what I've been taking on all of my staycations, and I think that it's great. Again, how I said with like the Haus Labs, like it's good. It's a good concealer. I think if you buy it, you would like it. It's just one of those, I think that there are better ones out there, and I'm now adding a Tower 28 to that list, and I'm very picky with my concealers. Like I am quite particular when it comes to my concealers. I always go back to my favorites and always go back to my favorites. But that one from Tower 28 is super nice. And then lastly, I want to talk about the Fenty Beauty Stick Foundation. This is all that I've been wearing. In my last, like, I don't know, 5, 6 get ready with me videos, this is the foundation I'm wearing. This is the foundation that I'm wearing every single day, and I love it. So I have the shade 7, and I think that it's great. I bought this in Austin, and I know my friend Aniela Ganifas really loves this one too, and I'm like, girl, like, I get it. She was saying that she really liked it because it was so easy to blend. Like you just need like a little bit, you can just even blend it out with your fingers. I went to a YouTube event in LA last month, November, October, I don't remember. I think it's May, so I know nothing. But I actually got shade match there, but that's what the guy was saying too. And he was literally blending it into my skin with his fingers. And I was like, oh, okay. And it's just beautiful. It held up so well in Austin and in the humidity and the heat. It's held up really well in Las Vegas. I mean, I'm wearing this foundation. Again, we had F1 last weekend. I was getting ready at 5 o'clock and not being able to get home until 2 a.m. Like, this foundation has held up really well. I've been so impressed with it. It's very lightweight, easy to blend, so it's perfect for like a travel makeup bag. I'm getting ready to go to Ireland next month. This is the only foundation I'm gonna bring with me. It's an international trip, like I don't wanna pack a ton, but my makeup bag I think is gonna be pretty small. This will be the only foundation that is coming with me. It's already been decided. So I love how easy it is to blend out. It also helps that it's, you know, plastic packaging, so I'm not as worried about that. And then it gives you just a nice, to me, it's like a medium coverage, natural finish foundation, and I enjoy it so much. The only thing I'll say is sometimes I feel like it can get a little bit dry, like it can look a little dry around like, I don't know, like the hairline and things like that. So I do just try to make sure, like, I don't use primer a lot, but sometimes this would be one that like to use a hydrating primer underneath or to use like a good moisturizer, something like that. That's the only thing that I will say, but I do have more dry skin. So if you have dry skin or like really dry skin, I would use like a hydrating primer underneath it. But other than that, I think that it's beautiful. I think my skin is looking great. I'm getting a lot of compliments on my skin. So that one's working out really well for me. It's been the only foundation that I've worn since I bought it. And I bought it, what, like 3 weeks ago? Almost 4 weeks ago. So I've been really happy with that one. So after that, that is a wrap up. So I don't really know if I could say speed reviews, but those are the products that I have been trying recently and my thoughts on them. I hope you found the reviews helpful. Let me know if you've tried any of these products or if you're planning to pick them up. There's a lot of Black Friday sales going on right now. I will have any Black Friday information in my description box, of course, and I'll see you in my next one.